Okay, so we've got his eyeballs and the start of the vest. So again, what I did is I had this sheet and I felted it into something just a little bit thicker than pre-felt. And then for the armholes, I just held it against his back and then used the scissors to cut slits and then just put his arms right in. So you can see I've made a little edge right here, so we're gonna do the same with the other side. Just hold it here, curl it over, and then needle this part down. Alright, so you can go ahead and finish that vest off, and then the next thing we're gonna make is his hat. And I think I'm gonna use this color here. It's the same color as his pants, and we're going to start this out the same way that we do all of our shapes. Except this time I'm going to kind of roll it on the foam because I know that I want to have the really long sort of shape. Alright, take off some of the excess. So this is basically the shape that I'm going for, and I'm going to start just needling along here. Make sure you roll it as you go along so you get a more three-dimensional shape instead of just flattening it out. And it's up to you how you want the hat to be. I'm going to make this one fairly long and probably a little bit curly on the end, but it's totally up to you. Alright, so this is going to take a lot more needling and it's going to get a lot smaller, but you can see he's got the beginnings of his hat. And the next thing that we can do is get ready for the facial hair. So for this, you can decide what color you want to have. It's really up to you. Okay, we're back with Mr. Elf. You can see I finished up his vest and I went ahead and put a little lining around the edges just for emphasis. And I put a little clasp in between. So what we're going to do next is get the hair ready for his beard. And so I like to kind of do a combination of colors. It's up to you. Of course, they sell the straight and curly locks for hair, but I like to just use the regular kind, just the wool batting. So I'm going to mix up a combination of some tan, some gray, some of the core batting here, and some of the charcoal. Not too much of the charcoal. In fact, we'll put that part in last. Alright, so really to mix it, I just sort of pull it apart and rearrange it. I like to just get a little bit more interesting color, so this way just give it a little mix up. Alright, so that's okay for now, and then we can add in just a little bit of the darker color as we go. Okay, so let's get one tiny piece here that we can just start with. And so for this, I want to pull it into a smaller piece, hold the ends, kind of pull it again, because we don't want too many stray pieces to be coming off. Alright, and then I like to roll over the top part, go to the character, and we're just going to attach that. There we go. Alright, so that's just a basic beard shape, and we're going to build on this and clean it up. Now, since we're going to be adding on, I'm going to go ahead and do some felting on top of this just to get the shape that I want. I actually want it to be fairly short little beard. Alright, so I'm going to do some needling of this bottom layer here. Since you won't see this, but it'll help build up some of the bulk. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now it is definitely a lot lighter than I want it to be. So I'm going to grab some more of the gray color here. Actually, I might see, I have some dark brown. I might see if I can bring in some of those fibers as well and see what that looks like. So anyway, so you can play with this, mixing your colors. And then after I add on some more to his beard, then I'm going to go ahead and put some hair in the back here. Now you don't have to put it all around yet because we want to finish up our hat and then put that on. So let's go ahead and take a break and you can finish up your beard. Okay, so at this point I've finished most parts of my elf. You can see I've given him a stripy little beard, put some hair in his ears, attached his hat and put a little rim around it. And he's basically finished off. You can also spend some time on his legs and his bum, some grass, to make sure that he's flattened out so that he can sit properly on the edge of a shelf or on your mantle. It's up to you. Now what I may do, like I did with this little guy, is I put a book in his hands and I gave him some little pockets, and we have a candy cane in that pocket. So I was thinking about making some little paper dolls to attach across his arms, but we'll see. It's not necessary to add anything else at this point. You're basically done. So if you have any questions, I know we couldn't spend time on every step because it does take quite a while to make this little guy, but if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks for watching.